Flipping on the grind.
What's going on? It's your boy Marcus Q.
It's your boy AV.
And this is the Map Social Presents.
So you want the podcast?
We got some special guests in the house tonight. You know what it
I'm
is.
excited,
We
man.
got DJ Kimmy K and April from Listen In with April and Kim.
Welcome.
How's it going, guys? How's it going?
Thank you.
Hey, it's going
Happy
good.
to have y'all.
Yep. We're
Excited to be
about
here.
it.
Yeah.
Creatives.
Yes.
DJ, got a podcast, musician.
Yep.
Okay, so what we digging into first? We digging into the podcast?
Yeah, you got so much to dig
Hey, you
into.
carry us. We'll just
Yeah.
ride
We
along.
got you, yeah.
Okay.
So how long has that been? And the name is Listen In with April and Kim, correct?
Yes.
When did y'all get that started? How'd that come to life?
So I just had the idea of let's do a podcast. Let's just do something fun, just for fun. And I said, any ideas? It's all you can produce it. I just want to be the host
Yeah.
or a co-host.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, we definitely knew we were going to be doing something together. We've been working together for a little while. Like, we both are entertainers. It's what we do best. And we realized that together we have something a little bit special. It's something different. And people keep coming up to us and being like, man, we'd pay money to watch you guys. Like, what's going on? Do something together. And-
when did you guys get started?
On the podcast?
The podcast,
Like a
we
month.
literally just released it about
Yeah.
a month ago. But the podcast itself, we've been figuring out and putting things together for about 4 months. And then about a year of honing in our entertainment skills
Yeah.
together. Because, you know, it's definitely the way that we can run off of each other is not normal. And when you find that person, you're like,
Yeah.
we got to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's when the creative juices flow.
Yeah.
exactly.
That's how our thing
Yeah,
came to
same.
life.
Exactly.
We like, we need the camera on.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's to the point where you're like, should we save this Ring camera? Because I'm
Yeah.
like money gold. Like,
we're on the porch just jamming out with the neighbors and
yeah.
it's just fun all the time.
Okay.
I checked out a couple of episodes. Is it going to be a main area of focus like on media news or a little bit of everything?
Yeah, so she let me kind of run with this because as far as like creative writing and stuff, I'm going to be the best in that wheelhouse. And I've come to find that when it comes to true crime and conspiracies, there's an audience source out there that it's untapped into. Like, it doesn't matter how many people are creating it, there's an untapped source. I mean, it's just people are waiting for it. And I found that if you can bring the truth, you know, shed a little bit of light, even admit that maybe you don't know what the truth is, admit that, you know, nobody may know,
Right.
not pretend like you do. That's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they do that because some people, like you said, some people,
Yeah.
they make it seem like it's the truth and you find out later, like,
Yeah.
it wasn't true at all.
Exactly.
So, like, it's a disclaimer, you know,
Yeah.
the truth.
And you'll notice we say that a lot in our podcast. We'll be like, just to let you know,
Yeah.
we're not claiming that we
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, that's-
but this
Yeah.
is what we think.
Yeah. If somebody covers a story, it's still good to get a different perspective too. That's what's good about it.
Exactly.
You might watch a full story somewhere over here and then watch it on another podcast and hear a whole totally
Yeah.
different thing, and they might deliver it different.
And sometimes you feel like a fool because, you know, some people are real good at talking and they get you going and you get fired up. You're like, man,
Yeah.
like
y'all-
that's
yeah.
the truth. The earth is flat. That's it.
Yeah.
Like,
I got
that's
I got a
it.
friend like that. She,
we're going to Antarctica. Like,
No, but there's some good information. I mean, it's a loophole.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you die, you like 3 hours later, like, oh, stop.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're like, what am I doing? Yeah.
They did one on the Rainy Street situation. No,
Yeah.
no. So like a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Can you give us like
Was that
Okay.
from the Rainy Street deal or no?
Excuse me?
There's like they said there was a Rainy Street killer.
Yes.
that's
So for a while, if you live in Austin, we all know what the heck is going on with all the bodies showing up in the river,
we might
right?
Bring out back for Halloween.
This is absolutely insane that nobody's freaking talking about it properly. No, as far as the right sources, the media, the news and stuff like that, they touch on it for a day when a body shows up,
Yeah.
and then it's gone.
Yep.
Yeah, they
like-
do.
But it's just the weirdest thing in the world because if you look at the statistics of these lakes in Texas alone, and I'm talking a big lake like Conroe, you're looking like 20 deaths in 20 months, like 20 years, you know, not 20 months as in here. Like, that's just unreal. Lady Bird Lake is not that big.
Right.
And yeah, there's easy access to the lake, but I think we're all big boys. Like, I think we know how
Yeah.
to, like, what'd you say?
There's no investigation going on?
They
for this?
that's the point, is that they investigate it, and then the next thing you know, no foul play, They just
They
walked
always
into the water.
reiterate- Yeah, they always reiterate that. What I find interesting, I'm sorry to interrupt. They always reiterate that it just isn't a serial killer thing.
Nope.
Or that, yeah, this is
No
this is just a
panic
one-off.
here.
Yeah.
This is a,
Yeah.
this is a unique situation.
Yeah, and verbatim, they're like they're walking into the water and they're not coming back out. You know, easy access to liquor and water, and I'm like, I know that, but how many of us have been pretty intoxicated on the water before? I think we're smart enough to know when to get the heck out.
Yeah.
You know, and they're by themselves walking into the water. Like, I don't know about you, but when I'm by myself drinking, I'm not going to walk into the water. That's when you're enticed with your friends. That's when you're out being
Yeah.
stupid.
People paddleboard a lot. I would go paddleboard. I have friends that go paddleboard, and people be pretty lit.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I almost died like twice because I fell off and I was like,
Exactly, because
Man, I did.
you're getting intoxicated with your friends, you're doing stupid, you're riding the tugboats, you know, down the river, and you know that's like, yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah.
I can see that drowning, but it doesn't make sense. And this guy, the specific people that are drowning are not people that are drinkers, they're not partiers, they're not druggies.
Do you do a lot of research for this stuff?
Yeah, that's the point, is that I'm looking into these people, and not every single person I'm looking into. I'm looking to the ones that they are for sure saying, nope, no foul play here. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, guys, like it's not adding up, because it's really not, because by the time that they're doing these intoxication reports, a lot of the stuff that could be in their blood system is gone.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Because, but let's be very clear, y'all didn't make any claims on your podcast.
Exactly, no claims, none.
Just like some of the stuff.
We're citizens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you talked about like when people go out, just because they are out on the scene doesn't mean they necessarily are drinkers.
Exactly.
They don't do drugs or anything like that. But you don't know who could be slipping you something or who you could be around.
Nope.
Yeah, it's one of those
Exactly.
I had a situation. He could.
Yeah, I was gonna
I haven't
bring it
been
up.
hanging
Yeah.
out on Rainy since that night. This is a true story. I'm chilling. The night is coming to an end. It's like 1:30 maybe.
Yeah, it's about it's late.
And he's a ways down. I went ahead of him, and I turned around. There's this group of guys behind me. They look so strange. Maybe like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
And one comes over to me and whispers like some weird shit in my ear. And my reaction is to push him like, why the fuck did you just say that to me? And then he's still like talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention to the other guys, but he's walking up
Yeah,
and sees.
because I don't know if I went to, I don't know where I went. I think I went to go grab some food or something. But I came back and I see this group and I'm like, let me wait in the back because like I'd rather have the element of surprise.
Yeah.
Nobody's around too.
Yeah, and it was a
Yeah.
group of them, and they're all looking at like while that guy whispered in his ear. The whole group was still looking.
Yeah, they had a
at him.
plan.
They weren't
Yeah.
looking at
Oh.
the
And
guy
moving
talking
towards
to
me
him.
too, as
Like-
as we're talking and keeping it closer and
Yeah.
closer.
They would have got knocked out.
He finally
You're like, I had the situation under control, lockdown.
he announces himself and they kind of
Yeah.
like scatter, but it was just a weird situation. We haven't hung out over there since then.
I mean, and I hate to be this person, but Austin's dangerous, you know? And if I don't know if you made it through the full podcast, but we had a similar situation, you know, out on, not Rainy Street, but on 6th Street.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar.
I
with
was,
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was slip something. And if anybody knows me, like if I drink, I may drink and I can hold my own, but I never, ever, ever, ever drink too much. I'm like the person, I want to know what's going on at all times. So I'm going to take us home. I'll make sure we're okay.
Yeah.
You know, that night, by some grace of God, my drink kept getting knocked over.
Yeah.
And I had like a few sips. It was the weirdest thing. And as soon as we left, and I had like literally one drink, and I can hold my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there, and it was really scary because if she wasn't with me,
Yeah.
who knows what the heck
Yeah.
would have
Do
happened.
you get like emotional? Like,
I do get a teeny bit emotional because I think about what it did to her. Because, like, I've been in some messed up situations in my life, but, like, knowing she hasn't been through
No.
stuff like that before, that scared her. And, like, now it makes her worried going out and, like, and she doesn't even drink. Like, she doesn't drink alcohol. She doesn't do nothing like that. And that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Thank God. That's because what if she was messed up too? Like, we probably
Yeah.
wouldn't have made it home safe that night.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from New York. I've
Yeah.
been here like a year now, and Austin is definitely those cities where it's like I think more than a lot of other cities, like it's a drinking city.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people need to have that friend.
Yep.
Like when they're going out, some people have friends. I don't think they might be really friends sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's like
They don't
kinda
always have
sad
your
to
best
see.
interests.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna get drunk or you're gonna have some drinks.
We see
you
that
need
a
friend.
lot as a DJ because I mean she's a DJ. I'll come and I help with her live setup. You know, do her full setup when she has speakers, this and that. And I've seen that a lot while she's DJing. These girls, I'm like, we'll look at each other. We go, man, I hope they get home okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like what? And
Yeah,
like these are
keep it
pretty
in
girls,
perspective.
like very. I'm like, man, y'all should not be out here like this. Like, what are you thinking?
So it's more
Like-
so everybody. I mean, you got drinking buddies and associates,
Yeah.
and they use that word friend very loosely.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just somebody to drink with. Just because you see somebody a lot, you out with them every weekend, don't mean they got your best.
It doesn't
interest.
mean
He
anything.
put me onto that. Actually, I give you shout out to him because like I'm a, like people. You know, sometimes you're in a new city, whatever. You meet people, you think people are cool.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty good on like, okay, oh, this is a cool person, that cool person. I remember one time, I don't know if you remember this. He was like, we was talking about some group of people. He was like, those aren't your friends. He's like,
That sounds like me.
I'm your friend.
Yeah.
I'm your real friend. I'm your friend. He's like, they're not your friend. He was like, nah, buy me a drink.
That sounds about right.
but he was
Drink
happy
dessert.
Bag,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
People quick to fall off when you're not there to do the fun
It
shit.
sucks.
And that's
Yeah.
how you find out who's really your friend.
Yeah.
I think it's important when you talk about these things, like, and then you guys did do this on your podcast, which is great, and I wish it the most success, is to also raise awareness around it. It's entertaining,
Yeah.
and it's good to talk about these stories because it reels
Yeah.
people in, but it gives solutions and raise awareness around
Exactly.
it.
Solutions for sure.
Yeah.
like-
And a lot of the thing is I'm so glad y'all talked about y'all's experiences because guys, it's not just girls that are getting attacked out here. The Rainy
Oh,
Street
yeah.
Ripper,
When you say everything
It's all
is
men.
sweet,
It's all
it's sweet
men.
out here.
Yeah, it's all
No,
men.
it's not.
y'all are easy targets because y'all let y'all's guard down.
Yeah.
You know, like you get what I'm saying.
I'm about to be
Like,
right.
like he's gonna be leaving here tonight. Like,
I don't want to make it too heavy for too long.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
talk about the creative side of it
Yeah.
for you all. And it's all right, I'll start with you.
Okay.
I want to talk about the DJing.
Yes.
You've been doing that since '98.
Yep,
correct?
1998.
Worked for a lot of big companies: Nike, Disney, Austin City Limits DJ.
Yes.
Chelsea
Yep.
Handler, I love her.
Yes.
She's amazing.
Can we talk about how that relationship came to life with Chelsea Handler? If I just pick one out randomly.
So I have several companies I work under, entertainment companies, and they hired me for an event. They didn't tell me who it was for. So I found out when I arrived, I was playing before her show, Chelsea Handler. I'm like, oh my
no
god.
nerves or anything, right?
And then they couldn't tell me, I guess, at the time, but that's how that happened.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know,
Yeah.
No, was it how, and like for that event was it like it was an event here in Austin? It was like,
Yeah, it was at Stubbs. She was
Stubbs.
doing her comedy show.
Okay. Cool.
So that was pretty good. And then her manager's like, wow, you did great. Like,
How did that feel? I mean, how did that feel when someone that you know is like very complimentary of you? Like, was that like a really good experience?
yeah, I loved it. I was like, yes, I'm doing a good job. Because I even tell her,
She's so hard on herself.
yeah, I'm
guys.
like, oh, I'm not doing good. Like I was doing like Tuesday night, I got called into Holy Moly, and there was like people from New York, Chicago, and they're like, oh, we Googled you and you're doing great. This is like a chill vibe, and I'm like, oh, I thought I was like barely winging it tonight. It's a Tuesday. I
I
was
feel
like,
like creatives, like especially good ones, you do this a lot of really hard on
Yeah.
yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And you DJ, you're not just playing music. There's
Yeah.
a difference, right? So you can scratch, you do the battles and all
Yeah.
that.
Not
Yeah.
just elevator music, you out here.
right,
It seemed like,
right,
yeah.
yeah.
So say I booked you for a party and I'm like, people are real specific, clients are real specific. It's your job to know like certain levels of music. You move with the times, like the newer music, old
Yes.
school, hip hop, R&B, rock. You can play anything.
Anything.
Any type of
And
music
like
party.
a lot of DJs don't like requests because it messes up their flow because that's what they're used to doing. That's what they prepared for.
She loves this.
And I'm just like, come on,
Yeah,
okay,
let me say, like,
okay.
I'ma make
You
this
want
work.
Bad Bunnies and I'm playing a top 40 pop remix. Okay, let me mix this in.
Oh, you with it.
Yeah, oh no,
we
she's.
gotta come-
Yeah.
That's what I said. Y'all don't judge your book by a
Yeah,
cover,
I'm
man.
like, how do I echo this in? Do what? I mean, it's like on the fly.
Yeah.
I always like there's a lot of great DJs out here, and like I've seen some pretty cool ones, and I'm always curious. Do you have a favorite period of music? Like, do you like the '90s more? Do you like the '80s more? Like, Like, that might be a hard
Yeah,
question.
I
I'm
like 'em
curious if you're
all.
Like, nah, if I could play this, I'll play this.
I think that I would do high energy dance, like the EDM scene. I don't get to do it much because it's pretty much saturated. In my opinion, it's kind of easy. It's the same beat per minute.
Yeah, it's like 132 BPM. It's like
or 120, and it's just
I
like
love being
doom,
in
doom,
that
I
doom,
know.
doom.
But
But I
can-
just
I
like
like
high
it.
energy. I like the
Yeah.
high energy
Like
and the,
she
she is high
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
Like she is the encapsulation
Yeah.
of like
Yeah. But I like on 90s R&B too, and
Okay.
I like it. I like pretty much everything.
I appreciate the humbleness based off your body of work. When I met you at the Amazon event, super cool, super
Yeah.
chill, not braggadocious.
Nope.
I go to your website and I see all this stuff.
I'm like,
Yeah.
hey,
I did the same thing. I was like,
yeah, yeah.
And how did y'all meet? Like, how did y'all first? Do y'all remember? Like,
Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Facebook. Shout
Just-
out to Facebook.
and
man.
I was in Houston. She was in Austin,
Okay.
and we were like, man, we gotta.
Yeah.
All right.
Add friend request.
Yeah, I was like-
literally. It
I
was
was
the
like,
weirdest
oh,
thing.
she's cool. She's doing this and that. I'm like, I need to hit her up.
Yeah.
All right, and we're gonna touch on your creatives a little bit.
Okay.
Musician.
Yes, musician. I've been playing my entire life. Is like the only thing I can remember doing besides breathing. My papa used to be Willie Nelson's bass player. My dad has played with everyone from Ike and Tina Turner, Chess Records.
Word now.
Like
Hey,
the guy is a beast. I mean, he's the kind of guy that, you know, when I begged to learn guitar, he said, if you want to learn, you'll learn by watching me.
Nice.
You know, so it taught me so much about music, having to learn that way. It's just this, I used to get so mad at him, so mad, man, like, teach me what you know. He's like, no, like, if you want to learn it bad enough, you're going to learn it by watching.
Absolutely.
And doing that, it made me venture on from guitar to bass to mandolin to banjo to...
Anything with strings.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
that's my next line. I
Yeah.
always say after that, because I'm like, and if it has strings, I play it, you know. So
sick.
Are you a part of a band now, or who-
right now, I'm focusing on us. We've been doing a lot of a
Duos
duo with
as a
DJ
DJ.
with live music. So I'll show
Yeah.
up on my bass and just like I'll play live with like all the R&B, like all the Tejano, and I'll just
Yeah.
she'll throw it on. I
You-
find the key and I just.
I was
go
like,
off of
you
it.
are doing Tejano right now.
Yeah, no,
like-
she was
I was like,
like
what? Like anything I
Yeah.
throw on, she could just do it.
Yeah. But that's why I go back to I thank my dad so much for that because of him I can sit there in 2 seconds. I'm like I already know I know what kind of beat it's gonna be. I know what's coming next, and I know what I need to do.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting excited. So
Yeah, me too.
I'm not meaning to interrupt, but you
Yeah.
threw some cool stuff out there.
Yeah.
You just threw it out there casually.
Look at
So there's history of music in the family.
Yeah.
And some pretty big names.
Yeah.
Again, didn't really come off braggadocious, but I was excited about it.
I'll brag about my
Oh.
family because they're amazing when it comes to music.
I mean, I think you should speak on those things.
Yeah.
You can do it humbly. You can still
Yeah.
let people know. I want to know if y'all have anything coming up. That's very interesting to see that collaboration where a DJ and
Yeah.
a musician comes
Yeah.
together. Is there anywhere where anybody can check y'all out anytime soon? Or
Together.
Together, not
Not-
very soon,
not
but
very
I
soon.
can tell you we're going to be putting out some probably music videos, like some
Oh.
live jams
Yeah.
to promote, because a lot of people know DJ Kimmy K, but they don't know what we're starting to offer.
Yeah.
And we also offer custom written songs, because I write custom
Yeah.
songs. Like we've already done custom writing songs for like birthday parties.
Anniversary.
Like anniversary parties, like customly written, you know, and stuff. And that works out really well.
yeah.
So I think be on the lookout and see what we have to
Yeah.
offer, because
feel like
I think
you're
you'll be
like a version of
surprised.
us.
I know. Get out of my head because I was like, can we do it?
Yeah.
like I said,
Yeah.
I produce.
Yeah.
And he's a great. He raps. He's a great song. He's like.
We need to collaborate, man.
No, but like when we
That'd be
had
cool.
another guest on not too long ago. Superwoman Records. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Her name is Kat Carter. She's really
Okay.
dope. And we were just talking like music is so therapeutic, right? Like we have all these different
it's-
things
yeah.
go throughout the day, and not everybody has that outlet.
Yeah.
Or even have the
We
family.
talk about that all the time. We're like, man, we're so lucky that we have that, because we talk about it all the time. We're like, we're so lucky that we have that extra oomph in the world that a lot of other people, they don't have side talents. They don't
Yeah.
have passions.
Yeah.
I'm like, how awesome are we that we've been graced by God to have these talents that we can do that other people can't.
They be
And
hating on us though.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Oh, yeah.
They don't get it.
Oh
They
yeah.
don't get it.
How hard is it to put your creative spirit in a chokehold because y'all can do so many things. So how can you put that focus on? Okay, today I'm gonna focus on the podcast. Today I'm gonna focus on doing music.
That's a good one
Today
for
we're
me.
gonna collab.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
okay.
so that's
You need that balance.
yeah. It's funny. We're both extremely ADD, so that's a bad one in general. I've learned that I have a better hold on that, so I've taken the hold on that. I know what she's good at, and I'm like, look, I give her these projects, she goes with them, and I focus in on, okay, there's 20 things that we want to do, but right now, this is the one thing we got to do. And I know we want to do this, but we have to do this, and I have to be the bad guy, and it sucks because there's always the bad guy,
Right.
and I'm always the butthole. And I'm always the one that, has to be that way. But I am luckily able to do things at my job. Like I have a side job, I work a little smoke shop. And while I'm there, I literally am there with my laptop producing, mixing. And she's always like, yeah, this is so temporary for us. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm literally getting paid to do my passions, and it's you find the loopholes. Yeah. You find what works for you and you run with it.
Run with
You
it.
know?
There's this, there was a homeless person, Guyanese man, in New York that I met, and he was so happy. Like he was just, I'm like, this guy is like, the way he was like asking for food or money, he was just, it was in a happy way. Like,
Yeah.
He's like, "You got something to eat?"
Why be
"Yeah,
upset?"
All right, have a good day. I'm like, he's not hungry, right? And I was talking to him, and what you said sparked something. He was like, you could look at things as a stumbling block or a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like, okay, we go through these trials or we have these jobs that we really don't want to do, but it's a stepping stone
Exactly.
for you to get to where you really want to go. You know what's inside you. So like those solutions, we want to kind of have more solutions for people when they see this. They're like, maybe I should think this way or try this out.
Yeah.
I'm curious how you guys, what solutions you have to like break that cycle of the ADD.
Breaking the cycle of ADD for me is talking to myself. And I know it sounds really weird, but I have had a not very easy life. And I have been trained in my life to be forced to prioritize things. There have been times where it's literally, this is life or death. And if you don't make the right decisions, you're not going to have a life. So I've gained those skills, and I know that's what I'm good at. And I know she's good at organization. I know that she's good at the things like social media that it's miserable for me to do. So I'm like, look, I'm good at strictness with myself. I'm very good at discipline with myself. Like if I say, no, I'm not going to do that, nope. And if I say, yes, I have to get this done by today, if that means that I'm doing it 8 hours straight with no sleep and I'm waking up in a few hours to go to work, that's what it means.
Who out of these two?
Yeah.
I'm curious to say who you would say is who.
I'm on the left.
But I couldn't do it without,
I'm talking about modeling. You're right.
like,
I know it.
but here's the thing.
Organization, I was like,
I can't function. Yeah. I can't function in the things that she does, though.
Yeah.
Like the things that she does, the meticulous media, the getting on, socializing with people, and doing all that. That's pulling teeth for me. And
But you
I
can
notice
buckle down and bust your ass for 8 hours straight.
I'll do what it got to do.
Get it done.
Give me physical work, I'll
Yeah.
do it day and night.
Yeah.
But you give me like mental strapping down to a computer, like really dealing with social media stuff that doesn't interest me, like gag me, like, and she'll take over, and and she puts us into place. Like, nope, this is what we're doing. You know.
Yeah, so actually, do y'all get into fight, y'all?
Well, yeah.
Of course.
Yep.
No, but it's funny. Yeah, but I'm the person. I'm like, no, nope.
Boxing gloves, man.
Yeah, we get fired up. We get fired up is what we're really passionate. Yeah, that's what it is, and we call it as it is.
You gotta know when to take breaks. I think me and him go so hard on a lot of different things, like with the music and the podcast and wanting to get a lot of stuff done. We got a movie script that we come into
That's
a close
dope.
on. So we got a movie coming out called Moving Black to Austin. I might have told you about this a little bit at Amazon, but it's like, what do you work on, right? And then you get burnt out, and then I might go take something out on him and not even know that I'm doing it because I'm just falling
It
apart because
sucks.
I'm working on so much shit.
Yeah.
So you gotta compartmentalize and just know how to handle that. I feel
Yeah.
the good energy here with you too, and I know y'all got each other's back with it.
Oh man,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the thing is I'm protective as heck, and this girl is the most okay. Don't let her fool you. She'll snap someone's head off when she gets mad. When this girl gets mad,
Not
she'll snap your
me.
head off in a second. But she's the nicest, sweetest, do anything for you, most God-loving spirit you'll ever meet in your entire life. And I have got her like 1,000,000%. And I know like life, no matter what it throws at us, at the things that drag me down, she's got me. And the same way back. Like,
Yeah, you speaking from the heart. I can tell it's sincere. I can definitely tell it's sincere. I'm down with that.
yeah.
I hope y'all don't mind. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter.
Okay.
A little bit fun. I have some theories, okay? And I see y'all LGBTQ.
Yes.
We talk about a lot of different things here.
For sure.
I feel like y'all know how to party better than us.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think y'all like everything.
I'm
God.
serious. Like, so my best friend, shout out to Morgan, you met him. Another Puerto Rican pimp, a part of the trio.
We all out here.
He's LGBTQ
Puerto Rican
community.
pimp.
I feel like when we go over to the neighborhood in that area, I feel like they really out to just really have a good time and party.
Yep.
And there's bad people everywhere, but I feel like it'd be stuffy in our spaces.
Yeah.
I'm like, it shouldn't be this hard to talk to people. I feel like when I go over there, it's just a vibe.
Yeah,
It's
people
really bad.
coming up to you. What you got?
And it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
correct me if I'm right or wrong. I want to land this plane. Is it because is it like that because all of the adversity that y'all got to deal with in general? So y'all like we genuinely gonna let our hair down.
We can let
We
loose.
don't have time
Yeah.
for
Yep.
the bullshit.
And we feel
I-
safe. We feel safe.
you know what
there.
I think it honestly is we've all had to deal with some messed up stuff. And all of us that have had past know we find the best in every single thing. So unfortunately, most gays are traumatized people.
Yeah.
So when we go out for a good time, we have a good
You
time.
out to have
Yeah.
a good time.
Yeah.
We're not there to have drama because we've already done that. We're
Yeah.
not there to, cause fights because what the heck?
Yeah.
Like, why do we want to fight? People are always trying to fight with us anyways.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
you were in Houston.
I'm from Houston, yeah, and she's from Florida originally. But yeah, I mean, it comes down to like if you go to Oil Can Harry's, where we like to go DJ
Yeah.
on country night. We go
Country
in there
night.
playing country for 4 hours straight, and you would think like nobody would show up, and every single person in there is having the best time of their life. Two-step in the country. They hate country,
Yeah.
and they love it.
That means just good energy, good vibes.
It's just they're there to feed off your own energy. It's
I'm hogging the mic. I
amazing.
got one more question.
Nah, go, man. I'm enjoying we vibing.
Have y'all traveled a little bit?
Yes.
Just a little bit together too?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, not really.
Not
we went
really.
to Bonnaroo. That
Oh
was-
yeah.
Oh, that's
I went
cool.
to Bonnaroo.
That was cool. How was that?
It was good.
Don't-
I stole the show. I say.
She performed at Bonnaroo. That's
Yeah.
why we went.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we just went or anything, Yeah.
I
But
want to know what y'all favorite. Okay, you from Houston, from Austin. Have y'all touched Dallas a little bit?
yep, I've lived in Fort Worth, so I used to go to Dallas a lot.
Who parties better in Texas?
Y'all do you hold on? Do you like Dallas?
I'm not saying nothing. No. Yeah, I want to
Hold
know.
on.
Yeah. I don't have no.
You
I
gotta
like-
be sincere.
My mouth is.
I
Give
don't.
me a genuine answer.
I really don't like Dallas, y'all.
So they off the list.
I mean, it's just I don't like the energy in Dallas. Like not the hippie energy, just like in general. Like I don't like the partiness in Dallas. I think Houston goes way harder.
Would you
Like,
say
but-
Dallas is stuffy, like kind of stuck up, kind of.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Like Dallas is, and especially it's not so loose. Like I feel like Houston is like let your hair down, go out have a taco at the street, like freaking hop to the next bar. Like
So we got Houston, and then what did you say the second out of the?
Did you say Houston was number one? She ain't say.
Well, she's
Thinking about it.
I think Houston's the best place to go party.
In Texas.
Yeah, I do. I think it
over
is.
Austin?
Yeah, I think Austin's. I'm not gonna say anything bad about Austin, but because we're entertainers
Yeah.
and because we have to deal with the entertainment section of Austin, I don't like the way entertainers are treated in Austin.
Oh yeah, I have to agree.
So I will always love Houston.
Yeah.
Houston treats entertainers so much better. Like they treat us like royalty there.
Kim, you in agreement? Best place to party in Houston?
Yes,
Okay.
I
I need-
DJ
I
there
just need to
too.
make sure I got both.
How do y'all feel about? Y'all been to San Antonio?
I've never been.
I
I've never
have.
been to San Antonio. Yeah.
Okay.
I think y'all would get a lot of love out there.
I like San Antonio.
I think so too.
I don't.
We've
I
been
haven't
trying
be-
to go to San Antonio. We just went to San Marcos and loved it. Like I
Yeah.
thought it was so
Yeah,
cool,
yeah,
man.
San Marcos is a big
You
cross
go
over
this
San
It's a sand.
Like so close.
And you
Yeah.
play some gigs out there?
In San Antonio, only the like private corporate.
Okay.
Okay.
But no
You got
clubs.
Riverwalk, you got, like,
Yeah.
The Pearl, there's a whole bunch of stuff out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you cool with opening up a little bit? No pressure about how you feel like creatives, or you said people in the entertainment scene are treated. You don't feel like they treated fairly out here.
Yeah,
Are you okay with elaborating?
I
Or
wouldn't
just-
mind. I mean, I don't think she would like to elaborate on
Yeah,
that,
it's
but
a
I
very
wouldn't
young-
like to mind
And you don't gotta-
doing
you know,
that.
it's-
Yeah, I mean,
Get comfortable. We're not pushing.
I can say as a live musician, Austin has made it very hard for people to make a living off of live music.
Like they're not trying to pay.
Parking is $20 if you're
Yeah.
going downtown.
Yep.
Like you're barely making $300.
You
You know.
I'm like, it's only $20.
But
Oh, okay.
I feel like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you get it. I just feel like in Houston, you know, they're like, hey, we got a parking spot in the back for you. You know, when you come
wow.
in, our sound guy's here. We're gonna hook you up. Like, let us
Oh.
know. And I feel like in Austin, it's like you show up and they're like,
You know what I think?
over
it is?
here.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm curious.
What I think it is Austin has easy accessibility, so it's crammed.
yeah,
Houston is a little
Oversaturated.
spaced out.
yeah,
So you might get a little bit more treatment. Austin is like, it's so crammed, like 6 runs long, and then everything's right on top of each other.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, oh,
I-
it comes off, they become a little ungrateful. Like there's
Yeah.
a musician playing in every bar.
Yeah.
There's somebody in every corner. It's
Yeah.
like, whatever, we'll just get somebody else.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They start looking at the quantity and they lose the quality.
yep.
And then they just kind of treat where you don't know, like,
Like,
they don't know
just
the
a
great
number.
things you
That's,
do.
that's
Yeah.
the New York vibe
Yeah.
sometimes.
But luckily, I can say that like I love it. As soon as Kim gets everybody going, they treat her. They're like, oh,
They
Kim,
changed
where's-
their.
Can we have
They
you back?
changed
Yeah, we
quickly.
We're like, okay, we list these problems.
Yeah,
We list,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
These are things we don't like.
Yeah,
I'm curious, what do you feel like is a solution?
Solution, yeah.
Or some solutions?
Oh.
that's actually a great question because a solution would be we need to get back to the basics in Austin. We're here to make music. It's the capital of the world for music making. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it doesn't matter that we all play guitar. It doesn't matter that we're all writing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's not a competition, y'all.
Yeah.
We are here
Yeah.
to make we are here to do what God said we needed to do and praise and give our talents through our music. And it doesn't matter how you do it, but like it's got to stop being a competition.
Yeah.
It is.
We got to work together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
We're
We got a
just
lot of artists,
artists.
entertainers,
Yeah.
everybody
And they say
says
that.
that. I feel like Austin is a gold mine. If
Yeah.
everybody come together and get something going.
That's the thing, and then
it's
I
so
don't
standoffish.
know if you've ever heard of the HAM organization, but like I feel like they are the epitome of what needs to happen in the music industry in Austin. They are
Yes.
a place. It's health insurance, like dental, all this for musicians in Austin. And like if it weren't for them, like I'm getting doctor's appointments for free and things of these sorts because they're realizing Austin musicians are what make Austin
Yeah.
Austin.
That's
I feel like so loved. I literally put the sticker on the back of my bass. I'm like, just that little appreciation, like that's what we need to get back to is like let's just get back to making music and loving each other and not make it competition. Like, you know?
saying go ham.
Yeah.
My
Yeah, go
stepfather's a
ham.
musician, and you met Ron.
Yeah, yeah.
My
yeah,
stepfather's
he's
very talented,
super talented, man.
knows music front to back, and he has a hard time getting gigs out here. He'll
Yeah.
get some gigs, but it's kind of like just one-offs
Yeah.
on the outskirts. And he says he's like canvassed and tried to get gigs, but he says it's difficult.
It's tough.
Do you believe if you want to play gigs, they're easy to get in good spots? Or?
I don't have an issue, but I did when I first got here. So it took me about a year. And but I just got hired by someone in the domain, and she said, well, we get people coming in here left and right, musicians left and right, like on the hour. And she's like, I chose you because she wanted to support the LGBT community and have a female in the scene. So I think you really have to stand out in your own way.
Yeah.
You know, whatever makes you special, promote that.
Yeah.
We talked about this too, and like we we're honest. We're keeping it honest. There's a lot of great brands out. There's so much opportunities on our side, and us, especially as men.
Yeah.
Sometimes like when you said stand out. Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes those opportunities might not be there. Like, oh, that's done. We want to highlight this now, and you can complain about it, or you can find creative ways. I think one thing like we've done is like, okay, we're gonna have this podcast, we're gonna have a platform, and like we just been able to monetize, which is great. But it was like YouTube reached out, was like, oh, you guys are considered unique content. And
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
Okay.
So I think people need to, from whatever ethnicity, gender,
Yeah.
whatever, like find what makes you stand out
Yeah.
and be bold enough to just go out and do it. I think that energy,
Exactly.
like, just y'all energy here on the couch, is like very refreshing.
I love
It's
that.
it's cutting across. I hope everybody watching, they feel
Yes.
like, hey, this is what it's about.
Yeah.
I want to get back in your business a little bit. Well, because I think you could help some people out.
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
We know a lot of musicians and artists. You seem to be doing very well. You said it was hard for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Can you dig into a little bit of what that process was like, and what was that moment where you started getting consistency? What can you tell them, or what was that like?
So basically, I would go door to door knocking. I went to senior homes. I went to the skating park. I went to skating rinks, and it was really starting to depress me. And I went to the dentist, and they just moved here from Illinois, and she's like, my boyfriend's a musician. We're here. He's getting nothing. He's depressed. They said, I did the same thing. It's going to take probably a year. I said, I'm on social media 3 to 4 hours a day. Yeah. And I just kept going, and there was like this competition on 6th Street. I said, I'm going. And I ended up like winning the competition, and it started from there. And then a couple more competitions I did. They're free. You're just going to, show out your talent. And sometimes you're going to have to do free, you're going to have to do cheap, and you're going to have to show them what you got.
Absolutely.
And then you go like, oh, she's good, hire her. Yeah. Oh, she's dependable. She's on time. She's not going to be late. She's going to play what we want. And that's what people like.
Let me find out you the Mayweather DJ. You undefeated?
Yeah, I am actually.
I'm hearing about you beating people in competition.
Yeah.
Is there footage? Like,
There's a Bonnaroo. All the silent discos are DJ battles. So.
If you don't mind, if you share something with us, just like a little short of a DJ battle, we'd love to show the people here on the podcast.
Okay.
When we do the edits.
That'd be great.
When like that process, when you was like going out, because I think everybody mind work different. Like, were you like, okay, I saw it, I'm going. Were you organizing it? Like, okay, I'm putting on the calendar. This coming up, I gotta be here. Were you writing it down? What was your process to stay on task?
Basically, I didn't write anything down. I got with a friend I met on a dating app. Just like, hey, show me around. Where's the clubs? Where's the scene? He took me to 6th Street. And he knew we were friends, but like he just popped up like, Anyway, he was feminine. He was feminine. He knew we were cool. So I would just say, take me to these places, show me, and he showed me everything. And then when just went in the clubs, if I saw ads for like openings, or he did, and back and forth. So I teamed up with someone who had more knowledge about the city than I did.
That should be it. They need to have like a
mentorship.
ATX
Yeah.
If you're a musician or new to the city, these are the people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll show you around.
Yeah. So nothing written down, just let me get with someone who knows that's cool with me. Mm-hmm. So
let's say things work out perfectly, right? Just speaking in generalities here. And you look down the road 3 to 4 years from now, what's the vision for you two?
Ooh. Man.
Everything worked out exactly how you
like, okay, like an honest to God vision. We want to be able to wake up, do what we love, not have to clock in.
Yeah.
And bring some sort of happiness to other people the way that we bring happiness to each other.
Yeah.
We still want to do hard work. We still want to bring a difference to the world, but we want to live.
Mm-hmm. Ain't it a scam? Like how they do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, do you
You
like
know,
right.
but I'm not
Yeah.
scared of the work, y'all.
Yeah.
That's
It's
not.
that- Yo,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I think y'all caught that bug. When he met me, I was the corporate America guy. I was like
Yeah.
VP level. And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I'm good. I made it.
Yeah.
I don't. What are you talking about? I'm almost 40 years old. I'm not gonna rap, bro.
Yeah.
So
we
I
talk about this all the
ended
time.
up getting let go. I thought I had my whole plan. I'm like, I really don't want to do music. We're not gonna make it doing music.
Yeah.
He takes
It's
me
like-
over there. I'm rapping. I'm like, oh shit, I can kind of rap still. But it wasn't about the rap. He's like, oh, I'm an actor. He's been in these films on the wall.
Yeah.
And I'm
Legit.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
I love that.
Power,
Yeah.
Braids.
And I'm
Wow.
like, he's like, oh, I'm a writer. I'm like, oh shit, I love to write. Next thing I know, we got this fucking podcast. I had people come up to me out. Oh, you're Marcus. I'm like,
I know.
Yeah,
It's so
that's
funny
what's up.
because I'll be there like,
Yeah.
like
You're
they'll
like-
tell me, but
It's
I'm like, it's for like not to
Yeah.
cut you, bro, not to
Yeah.
cut you, man. It's just
it's all good.
it's like when you like you said, when you meet someone or anybody creative, you could tell. Like I've been like this past couple of years, like I'll have conversations with some people, and I'm like, I don't think you know, but you're a creative. Like it's not that we don't like. It's not that we're lazy.
Yeah.
It's not that we don't like the corporate. You know, yeah, you got to pay your bills.
Yeah.
But something in you, you're like, while you're at work, you're thinking about other
Yeah.
things. And
Constant.
people, they'll say, "Oh, ADHD, lazy,"
Yeah.
and I don't
I
really
got
think.
called that a lot.
Yeah, and I don't think I don't. It doesn't seem like that's what it is. I think there are people here in this world that are just like, I want to create.
Yeah.
It could
Meant
be
to.
a whole bunch of stuff. Could be music. Could be a whole bunch of things, and you gotta have that vision for yourself to be like, well, how can I make this work and not fall off?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He woke up with Steve Jobs. Now I'm more like worse than he was. I'm like, dog,
There's a lot
working
of-
is
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah.
You know, like we wasting time here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we hold each other like, hey, bills is bills, especially you
Yeah.
gotta invest in yourself, you know. And that's what like what you guys what y'all are doing, the energy you put out, how you hold each other accountable.
Very
is
much so.
tough.
Yeah.
You know, I'm curious, like, if you don't mind me
Mm-hmm.
asking, was there a time where it was like really tough and you guys had like each other's back, where it's like something bad happened, and then it's like I got your back, and then something bad happened.
Let me
To,
Yeah.
if,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Absolutely. So our relationship has been one of triumph over and over again. I have a history of lupus, and when I met her, I was actually just relearning to walk again, and she accepted me in my worst, dude. Like, I mean, no joke, has been there through some bad times for me. Days when I wake up, I'm in so much pain that like I can't walk. I'm on crutches, dragging my foot. You know, things of that sort. Like I went through times of really bad surgeries with my leg, putting it back together, and I didn't have a soul there for me except my brother and my dad. And she met me at my worst and has been there through my rise. You know what I mean? And there's been times where it's been like, I'm ADD. So I put things on the back burner, like my doctor's appointments and taking care of things. And she's
It's
like,
like you
get
got
this done.
Yeah.
Like, and it helped me so much because I'm like over here thinking like, yeah, but people don't see how hard I'm trying every day. But like, that doesn't matter. You still got to do things that got to be done. And like, she's been there through that, and I've been there through every nasty blood blistering gig, loading up everything for her and like breaking it up and setting it down. Cause I'm like, no, I do it best. I know how the sound needs to sound. You go away. Like,
I'm like, no, they go this way.
Yeah, we've definitely been with each other through our worst moments.
That's what's up.
And every single time we're just like, well, we got to grow from that and let's not do that again.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Giving up on somebody is the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
People throw away very, very good, potentially great relationships.
Yeah.
I'll say one thing that the way I look at it, like if I know he got my back, I'll do anything for him. That don't mean I gotta like it. You know what I'm saying? Like if he need my help,
exactly.
I might be in a shitty mood, but I'm gonna do it for him. I ain't gonna always do it with a smile on my face. Like you say, y'all hold each other down. It ain't gonna always be sweet. It ain't gonna always be beautiful. But I'm gonna come through for you if you need me, type shit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm definitely.
We just did that yesterday.
I'm I'm a victim blamer.
It's your fault. Someone has to pay.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You can't be hard on yourself. Like, all these conversations that we're having, right? Like, yeah, it's about us. It's personal to
Yeah.
us. But I think it's just important for the audience, the people watching, right, to know, like, hey, you're not the only one going through this. And I think a lot of people have a fear of reaching out. And,
Yeah.
right, reaching out or taking chances, right? Like that was a chance.
Yeah.
You're on Facebook, you don't know each other. You know what I mean? Like me and him, like it wasn't like we didn't know each other. I could have like, oh, I don't know about people. I've been burned.
Yeah.
Oh,
vice
and we were
versa.
both so burnt at that time in our lives that we both, to tell you the truth, we both said, nah, I don't have time in my life for new people.
Yeah.
It's something God brought us back.
Yeah.
Like a month later, I had another surgery I had for my leg. I had that surgery because I think that it would have been too much for her at that time. Something made us not talk to each other. A month later, we came back together. And it was like, why did we even stop talking? Like,
Were y'all
like,
still in 2 different cities?
yeah. Like, and
So
it
you
was
didn't know
just,
at that time?
no, like it
I
was the
didn't know.
weirdest thing. Like, and something just like it ended up happening at just the right time. We were there for each other at the right time, and she was completely burnt. I was completely burnt. Like we both came out of horrible, horrible situations, and it's like we were mean to each other. we were mean to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, and together we've kind of learned to love the world again. You know,
Yeah.
like it's like, hey, like we have passions. Like I've never met another person with the same passions. Where it's like, no, you wake up with that fire every
Yep.
morning. It's like I thought that was just me. I just thought that I was better than all this, and it's not that I think I'm better. I'm just like I know that like I'm put for something better. And I'm like, she is too. Like she knows she's meant for better. And it's not a bad thing to know you're meant for something better. Like sometimes let yourself want more.
Yeah, y'all got
You
me
know?
about to get emotional on my podcast.
I'm like, I'm getting emotional.
Sometimes I think y'all dug into some things that are personal that y'all didn't have to. We
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Appreciate y'all stories.
I think we definitely want to remind and highlight the Listen In with April and Kim. I'm
Yes.
gonna be tuning in.
Yeah,
I want to see what y'all do.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, like keep us.
We just
posted.
hope to grow so much
Yeah.
with it. You know, we're just learning. We just hope everybody
Yeah.
follows, learns, and grows with us.
Yeah.
Be very interactive because we're only going to grow with everybody's input. So,
it's,
Yeah.
it's at Listen In with April and Kim on YouTube, right?
YouTube.
That's how you log
We're
in.
also
And
on Spotify.
And on Spotify. Okay.
Yeah.
So they episodes come out.
Weekly. We're trying to
Weekly.
put weekly. We're going to
Yeah.
put one video out, whether it's a video in between or one that's following up the one before.
Okay. And y'all want to go ahead and plug in your social media handles.
Instagram, DJ Kimmy K.
Nice.
And I'm April Jalou, April Julue on every handle.
Yeah, we appreciate having y'all here. This was great. It was
Thank you so
amazing.
much.
Y'all know what it is. It's the Map Social Presents Dirty Laundry Podcast.
We out, man.
You all
Thank
have to do
Hey,
it. Yeah.
and also, hey, can you just shout out? Hey, we're on the Map Social. Just shout to camera.
Hey, we on the
We're
map, y'all.
Social.
In the map social.